Well, it's a tale we've heard before. A man, a stranger, drives into a sleepy little town with his files and his computer just to set up, get away from it all, and get some work done without distraction. Now, Mr. Manfred, he is an internet psychic. So when he shows up, he's got all kinds of emails and he's got to check his website and see what's going on. But of course, he gets distracted by those in the town. Those with secrets. Now, this town only has about, 12 people, one stoplight. You don't even have to look both ways to cross the road because ain't nobody coming. So we slowly start to learn the secrets about the people in this town, and it doesn't really matter. Yes, this book is quite disappointing because all the interesting stuff we learn about people doesn't really matter. Now, we're going to do no spoilers, but the one thing I do have to mention is that there are some supernatural elements to this. Supernatural things that we learn about going on with the people. The problem is, it's totally unnecessary. Because at the same time, there is a bit of drama with a missing person. Before the book even starts, there's a woman who goes missing. She was dating a guy in the town, and they assume she just ran away. Eventually, we learn what she's been up to, where she went, what happened, and that causes drama between people in another area. We get some intimidation, some damaged property. We get the normal, like, sheriff who's going back and forth, asking questions, being suspicious of this person and this person. And I guess at the core of it, that's really what it is. It's just a drama between a couple groups of people, that the supernatural part doesn't even matter. We get hints of it. We get little dribs and drabs, the little trickles that kind of tease you into thinking, oh, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. And then, no, there's not more. It's completely pointless. So yeah, this book was very disappointing. I think if you took out all the supernatural stuff and just made an interesting human story, a mystery, the drama of it, it would have been better. But the problem is you're just constantly expecting more of the supernatural, and none of that comes, and so it just ends up being disappointing. One thing comes pretty quickly. It gets revealed to our out-of-towner, and he just kind of goes with the flow. Like, there's no shock, there's no big I don't know. If something like that would have happened to me, you would have been like almost freaking out. But he's just like, all right, all right, all right. And then stuff gets revealed to the other people in the town because they don't exactly know what's going on with everybody. It's a small place, everyone, but it's one of those places where everybody has their secrets and nobody really asks about their past or their secrets. So you have suspicions, there's gossip. But then when stuff does get revealed to others in the town, people you've known for a long time, and you find out this thing, and they're just kind of like, oh, okay, all right then. It's got like nobody is shocked or surprised. So why am I going to be shocked and surprised? And yeah, honestly, the biggest shock and surprise comes at the end, and it has nothing to do with the supernatural stuff. It has to do with the main part of the story, is this missing persons case, where you find out what's going on at the end, and you're kind of like, oh man, and then oh man, something else happens. And then that's it. And you never learn more about so much of the stuff that was teased about these people. Some of them that make them so mysterious, you never learn anything about them. And then one thing gets revealed right at the end to kind of like, give you something else to chew on. But by then it doesn't matter. Everything's over. Everything's finished. There's like 10 pages left in the book. And you're just like, well, okay, who cares about that? Because I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, either choose that it's going to be a supernatural thing and it's going to revolve around the supernatural all throughout and it's going to have something to do with the ending, or just get rid of it. So it's almost like this book didn't know what it wanted to be. And that's really all I have to say for non-spoilers. If you want to go read this, Midnight Crossing, this author, Charlaine Harris, it says she's got a series that was turned into a TV show called True Blood. I never watched it. But this doesn't make me want to pick up anything else that she's written. It's just so disappointing, really. So if you have read it and want to stick around for spoilers, we'll do a little bit of that. If you have not read it and don't want to hear the spoilers, I will see you later. Go check out some better book reviews that I've done, and I'll catch you later. So for spoilers, let's just talk about, you know, when Manfred, he's sitting in the diner. Was it the very first night where everybody's sitting around, and Lem comes in and he does the thing where he touches him on the arm when they're looking at those two suspicious guys, and he does the, what did he call it, loosening, and it just happens so quick and just like with no fanfare that I kind of didn't even know what was going on. I'm reading it and you're like, wait, what's going on here? Because it was just kind of like, oh yeah, and this, and then the way the people kind of talk about it, he's like, oh yeah, he's a vampire, she's a witch, da 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 da, and it's like, oh, all right, nothing like, oh, no, just go with the flow, all right, and so I just kept expecting something more from the vampire other than touching people twice to drain their energy. I mean, we get some stuff with Fiji when she's in the car, some of her witchcraft, her powers. But again, you could have just written that as a normal person escaping in a normal way. So it was just like, oh, okay, she can do awesome stuff, but that's all we're going to get of it. And then what's up with the Reverend? I kept waiting for something crazy to happen with the Reverend, because they talked about when he was saying a prayer in the diner, and Manfred wanted to eat and he wasn't like standing up or something, and they're like, don't upset him. They kept saying, you don't want to see him when he's angry. And I'm like, ooh, all right, something's going to happen with that. No, nothing ever happens. The only thing I can think of is that maybe the Reverend was the monster that was walking around at night that one night when the cat started getting all spooked and you could hear something outside. But then you never got anything else from that. So yeah, a lot of teasing that went absolutely nowhere. It gets revealed that I can't remember if it was both guys, John and Choi, who had wings, or just one, because Manfred's like, yeah, let's get out of these costumes. Those wings, man, they can't be comfortable to be wearing all night. Those must be heavy. But then I didn't see any discarded wings anywhere in the house after that. And you're like, oh, are they angels? Or they like, it doesn't matter. 10 pages left, who cares? The most interesting, or I guess the thing I liked the most was the talking cat. I mean, he had the most personality. When, who was it? Was it Manfred? He's like, I swear the cat was just about to open his mouth like he was going to say something. And then the cat looks up and winks at him. And then when the cat finally starts talking, that's a lot of fun. But I just didn't care about any of these people. You know, the big shock at the end that it was, what's his name? Connor? Was that his name? That the boy was doing all of this. And then when Lem just pops up behind him and kills him in an instant, and everybody's just kind of like, all right, let's go home. That's what I'm talking about. It's like nobody cared about anything. The biggest shock we got from Lem was when he realized where his books had been hidden. And so, yeah, everything was just so bland and like whatever in this book. And Manfred, he's a psychic, or he's learned some things from his grandma, but we never got anything, never came about to help with anything really, right? So yeah, it was all just pointless. So pointless and disappointing. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. No need to ever mention this book again. This is probably going to end up in one of those neighborhood libraries, or just left in a neighborhood coffee shop, because, yeah, whatever. Anywho, let's go read some better stuff, shall we? Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.